Hey guys, Steve here from My Crypto World. Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to have a look at why the market has been so damn boring over the last 2 weeks. Really not much has happened at all. And we'll have a look at a couple of news stories as we always do to get an insight into what's happening in the market behind the scenes while the market does nothing. All that right after this. Okay guys, welcome back to another episode at My Crypto World. Hope you've all been well. I've been on a 2-week break simply because I just don't see the point in reporting on things when nothing much is happening. Let's have a look at the market as it is at the moment. We can see pretty much from June the 13th all the way through to now, the market has pretty much moved sideways. It hasn't really done much at all. So sometimes, the market can be quite boring when there's not much happening and there's just nothing else to talk about because nothing's happening. We are going through a sideways movement. I've mentioned it several times on this channel. The longer the sideways movement, generally speaking, the greater the move up afterwards. The positive in all of this is that we have maintained, looking at the total market cap as we are at the moment, we have maintained our balance at the current resistance level. Now, if you're new to this channel, this will be new news to you. If you're been a regular viewer of this channel, you would know by now that I look at market cycles quite in depth, and I always look at where the current resistance and or floor or ceilings are on a particular market. In this particular case, we're looking at the total market cap. So at the moment, we had a nice run way back in January 2021 at around this price, and we really haven't broken below that. We've slipped below it a few times, nothing significant though, and we seem to have had this great sideways movement which shows market stability, which is probably what we all really want to see more than anything else. Even though we want to see gains in our portfolio, market stability is obviously very, very important as well. Now, if you go and have a look at some of the stocks on the market or the stocks in the cryptoverse, you can see here again, this is Bitcoin. It's pretty much traveling sideways. Ethereum's had a little bit of a run up in the last couple of weeks leading up to this sideways movement here, but nothing really dramatic at all. You can see right now at $1,309 per Ethereum, it's traveling right on a resistance band that was created way back in January 2021 itself. Again, the fact that it's moving sideways shows increased stability for that particular crypto, and I'm not concerned with that at all. It would make a good buying opportunity. Again, not financial advice, just things that I do look at and consider as an investor in the crypto market space. And pretty much just about every single coin is about the same at the moment. Zilliqa really hasn't done a great deal. Again, moving sideways. VRA. We've got a news story about VRA, which we'll talk about in a moment, with Amazon. But you can see here again, sideways movement. So really stable. Sideways movements, I've said it before, they're boring as hell, but boy, they do bring stability into the marketplace. Theta really hasn't done a great deal. Channel traded for a little bit, but really is pretty much flat, really at around about the dollar mark. So incredible buying opportunities is what we're seeing at the moment. Now, for people who have bought recently into the market, or they bought at the top here, or anywhere through this downward cycle that has happened over the last couple of years, really from November last year, we're almost at a year mark. This presents really good buying opportunities or dollar cost averaging opportunities. For people who are in the market way back here when I started doing my video posts, you probably are still in front, but it's just taken a bit of a nosedive, unless of course you sold out up near the tops there. So again, pretty boring stuff in the market at the moment as far as the cycles go, and as far as what the whole total market cap looks like. It's not doing a great deal, but that's not necessarily bad news. Now let's go to some news articles and have a look at a few things here. The first thing we want to look at regarding some news articles is Ripple has been announced as the founding partner of the first ever Web3 carbon credit marketplace. The article just goes to say that in a tweet on Monday, Ripple confirmed that it is one of the founding partners of Theta, a Web3 carbon credit marketplace based on the XRP ledger. It bears mentioning that Theta is the first of its kind. As it stated in the platform press release on Monday, Theta will solve problems with liquidity and lack of transparency in pricing faced in the carbon credit marketplace. This is pretty good stuff, to be honest with you. As the demand for carbon credit intensifies, blockchain and crypto technology is uniquely positioned to help support market growth by solving persistent challenges around transparency, traceability, which is probably the biggest one, and verification. The Ripple executive asserted that by building on the XRP ledger, Theta would offer carbon credit access to institutional and retail investors. Now, what's really important here is it talks about not just institutional, but retail as well. So it's covering both aspects. It's worth noting that the voluntary carbon market was valued at about $2 billion in 2021. Experts expect this figure to rise to about $150 billion in the next 8 years as companies of different sizes continue to set ambitious climate goals. So we'll see where that one goes, that story goes, but we'll certainly stay on touch, updated with that over the next couple of months. Next one for Aussies, Coinbase. You can't actually see that. Coinbase incorporates in Australia and expands its offering for retail customers. For those of you that have been following the channel for a while, you all know I actually support CoinSpot, which I think is a really good trading platform to work from. Coinbase, I don't know if it'll adopt properly to Australian markets, but we'll see. America's largest crypto exchange, Coinbase, has announced the expansion of its services to retail customers in Australia, making it easier to buy, sell and trade digital assets. Payment ID, or Pay ID, is a payment infrastructure built by the Australian financial services sector, and any Aussies watching this will know what that is, with the Reserve Bank of Australia, and that allows people to link a mobile number or an email address to a bank account to receive payments. So instead of putting in a BSB and an account number in Australia, you can simply put in your email address or a different type of link, and that'll also direct funds into your account. So it saves you having to worry about remembering your BSB and account number. The article just goes on to say really that the Aussies were some of the world's earliest adopters of digital currencies, and they're now savvy investors, the exchange said in its blog post. We know this because Coinbase is one of the first platforms Australians trusted with their crypto investments. That's actually not true. There was a number of other ones that were out before Coinbase that were popular in Australia, but never let the truth get in the way of a good news story. Some big news for Macca's. Macca's starts to accept Bitcoin and Tether in a Swiss town. The multinational fast food giant McDonald's has started to accept Bitcoin as payment method in one of its 63,000 populated city of Lugano in the Italian-speaking region of Switzerland, which is becoming a hotspot for crypto adoption in Western Europe. This was way back in March. The city signed a memorandum of understanding with Tether operations, launching the so-called Plan B. And according to that plan, Tether has created two funds. The first one is a fund worth 100 million Swiss francs, an investment for crypto startups, and the second is around 3 million Swiss francs in an attempt to encourage adoption for crypto for shops and businesses across the city. In addition to allowing Lugano residents to pay their taxes using crypto, the project will extend to payments to parking tickets, public services and tuition fees for students. More than 200 shops and businesses in the area are also expected to accept crypto payments for goods and services. Now, it may not seem like a big thing because you're only talking about a small town with 63,000 residents, but that's the way things like this always start. Very, very small, but the fact that they've got a big multinational player on board to also accept payments is pretty impressive. So we'll see where that goes. Second last news article today. I'll move myself back over to the left-hand side there. Big adoption for Bitcoin. FTX partners with Visa to offer Bitcoin and Ripple to millions of users in 40 different countries. And the article just goes on to say that Visa is partnering with the popular crypto exchange FTX to provide debit cards in 40 nations across Europe, Latin America and Asia. The card is directly linked with each holder's FTX account. Visa CFO, I'm going to screw this up, but it's Vasant Prabhu, I'm going to say, said the partnership would enable users to conduct transitions with cryptos without needing to convert their cryptos to fiat or withdraw from the crypto exchange platform. He also said there is still a strong interest in crypto despite the drop in value. And as a company, we have no control over the value of digital currencies or whether it has a long-term positive effect. We want to simplify the payment processes for people even when they want to process payments with crypto. That's pretty good that they want to really get in there and work with the people who want to actually make their payments with crypto instead of the fiat currency they might have in their country. He also added that banks and the payment firms' embrace of cryptocurrency would help boost its market growth besides being a store value or speculative asset. This Visa FTX partnership allows merchants to accept crypto payments without needing proprietary technology. I'm going to say it again, Prabhu, I'm going to say. And Bankman-Fried admitted that the emerging markets provide enormous opportunities with inflation and currency volatility, making digital assets more attractive than usual. So pretty powerful news there. Now, before we go into the last one, which isn't it's a pretty good story if you're a Veracity holder. But just the fact that Bitcoin is now partnered with Visa, McDonald's has started to accept Bitcoin in at least one or two of its stores over in Europe, and Coinbase is incorporating into Australia. I guess really what that promotes to me is that the cryptocurrency exchanges or the cryptocurrency market that we're seeing at the moment is far from over. We are absolutely going through a crypto winter. It's boring as hell. If you've got into the market late and you've seen your investments drop, hang in there. Again, not financial advice, just my investment opinion, because you don't get changes like this happening in the market. And I've often said on this channel, even though things are down at the moment from a financial perspective, look at all the activity that's happening in the market. There is tons of it. So, all the stuff that's happening behind the scenes, it's really important to do your own research and read the news articles as well, because you don't have major adoption, you don't have growth or project development if the market was going to be in turmoil. So that's my 5 cents worth on that. Finally, as I said earlier, Veracity has hit the market. Now, Veracity is in my portfolio. We've owned it for quite a while now, and it's something I've promoted actively to the users of this, to the watchers of this channel. But I haven't done I can't remember the last time I did a story on Veracity. For those that aren't familiar with it, Veracity have developed what's known as a proof of view. And really, the big power for Veracity will probably come from institutions like universities where, as an example, they might want to see, now with all this online learning and e-learning that's happening around the planet, mainly due to COVID, but Veracity had launched well before COVID had even started. Really, proof of view is a way of understanding or knowing for sure that a student studying a subject online is actually watching the videos that have been uploaded for them to download and get their data from for whatever course they're doing. And one of the biggest problems is knowing if a student's actually online or not, or have they just hit play and walked off to go and play sports for a couple of hours while the lecture runs online. Well, Veracity have really done a great job of embedding themselves in the proof of view technology, and they're a partner now of Amazon ads. Now, why this is important for Amazon is because what happens with Amazon ads and any ad on any platform, to be honest with you, is you get bots, so robots or AI pretending to view channels, pretending to be humans when they're actually not, and it's costing billions of dollars to advertisers per annum. This article goes on to say that they're delighted to share their network that VeraView, which is Veracity, has been approved as an Amazon Ads partner and included on the Amazon Ad Partner Directory. Having passed Amazon verification, VeraView is listed as a tool provider offering the following services and expertise to Amazon ad clients. And they talk about video measurement, brand safety, advertising effectiveness, and reporting and analytics. As the third largest advertising network in the world, generating some $31 billion in advertising revenue in 2021, Amazon Ads is now the first choice for many advertisers. Now, Dan Hodgson, the Director of Business Development for VeraView, says that joining the Amazon Ads Partner Network is the first step towards providing IVT tools to advertisers and publishers using Amazon Ads. We will now work towards verified partner status and complete Amazon Ads certification courses, enabling VeraViews to better showcase our IVT solutions to Amazon ad clients and championing our anti-fraud solutions. So pretty big news for Veracity. The VeraViews team will now explore other platforms and networks on which VeraViews patent proof of view can prevent invalid traffic, share our expertise, and build on links made through the team's 2022 industry networking events. Again, a lot of stuff that has been happening through 2021 and 2022 behind the scenes that nobody knows about, and all of a sudden articles like this are launched, and it will drive development within the space of the blockchain and cryptocurrency assets, without a doubt. Well, that's it from me today, guys. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you in a video in another couple of days. Any comments, please drop them below. If you like the content that I provide, please give us a thumbs up. And even better, if you want to stay informed, just hit the subscribe button, click the bell notification, and each time I drop a video onto YouTube, you'll certainly be notified. Until then, till next time, take care of yourselves and each other.